How does infinity feel when it recognizes itself bound by the limits of the physical body? How does God feel when it recognizes itself in one human, but also in all other humans? How does love feel when silence falls? How does truth feel when it no longer needs a sense of everything? How does the present moment feel when there is no longer a future or a past? How does life feel when it remembers that it returns to death? Between my desire for total expression of who I am, for expansion and limitless expression, I encounter the pain I can cause others when I allow myself to be everything I haven't been. It seems tempting, so tempting, liberating, explosive, to want to be everything, to want to express everything, to want to become infinite in your expression as a soul, to want to hold all that is, to transform into all that is, to love everything that breathes the same air as you. It seems possible somehow. It seems like the end of all ends. And yet, and yet, there is still a long road to travel until then, because infinity chose to be framed within the boundaries of a physical body. Infinity chose to live in this contradiction of being and not being everything, of being and not being everything, of being and not being free, of loving and not loving everything, of expressing and not expressing everything. So, how does the answer to my questions feel? It feels like wings, wings are being broken brutally. If infinity had wings to fly in a greater infinity, it feels like a shattering of the heart into pieces. Such a painful pain. It feels like a death of the infinite and a resurrection of something that seems to be limited, physical, real. It feels like an end and a new beginning, again and again and again, until the end of all endings. It feels like love. It feels as if the very breath of life is making a home in me, in my heart. It feels as though everything is possible. So, infinity is hope in each one of us in different, unique, extraordinary ways. So, let that infinite be known. Find its limits, and with each sunrise and every sunset, rise and fall, as if that is the greatest way of being at home.